Little garden update here. My cherry tomatoes are still going gangbusters, and by golly, these two plants, this one right here and this one right here, they are hybrids, and they're bred for a compact plant and a whole lot of fruit in clusters, and they absolutely do that. That is not false advertising. They absolutely are incredible, the size of the plant and the amount of production. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up saving seeds from these two plants. This is called Tidy Treats hybrid cherry tomato, and I'm going to go ahead and replant these throughout the winter here because we can grow all year long. They've been absolutely wonderful. This particular plant right here is kind of petering out. It's more of an heirloom cherry tomato, and to be honest with you, the flavor is just not as good as these over here. The flavor of these is just incredible. It is. I'm telling you what, oh my God. So delicious that I can literally stand out here all day long eating these. They're really wonderful. So these plants are absolutely great. And I want to make sure that I have them throughout next season and moving forward because they're so good. Over here is my wild and woolly cucumber plant that has popped out of its pot, gone to the next tomato plant right here. And then to the next one over here, my sun gold. My sun gold is looking pretty doggone scraggly. It's not bushy at the bottom. It still has growth and new fruit at the top. I really, really love sun gold tomatoes, and these are delicious. I wish I had a little bit more volume in the harvest this year, but it's just where we're at. Now my cucumber, you can see he's invading other pots and he's still growing cucumbers. So that's going good. Now down here is something I'm incredibly excited about. Look at the start here and here and here and here, and only one that didn't start was this one right here. These are okra plants. I'm so excited about growing okra. I love okra, and of course the way that we've always eaten it, at least in my family, is fried okra. But roasting it in the oven, which I did when I was in South Carolina, is so delicious and really tastes as good, if not better, than the fried okra. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. And this is Lucy. Lucy's mission in life is to get as much attention as possible. She's pretty good at it. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, she's really good at attention. If you want all the good stuff, you might want to sign up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. Every Sunday morning, I send out a short, sweet, totally free, totally fun email newsletter where I list kind of all the things that I found throughout the week that are worth noting, whether it's a good recipe or a great idea or something that I bought that I loved or a great sale, anything that I would tell you if we were out to lunch like a couple of girlfriends, which we are. The link is in the description box down below. I think you're gonna love it. And Lucy would love your attention as well. This month, NIRA, one of my favorite skincare device companies, came out with a new model of their laser device. This model, the original NIRA or the Precision NIRA, I've used, for I think close to 3 years now, 2.5 to 3 years. I absolutely love it. And after all that time, they have actually come out with an updated model that does some different things than the original laser, and I really like the fact that they took their time and came out with something that I think is a wonderful addition to their line. I actually did a video on the day the new NIRA laser launched, and I'll go ahead and link it in the description box down below if you didn't see it. When I did that video, I had some questions, which I always do, and I'm grateful for those questions, and I'm going to try to answer as many of them as possible today. This portion of the video is sponsored by NIRA. Thank you very much, NIRA. I have enjoyed working with you over the years. This device, if you didn't see that original video, is the NIRA Pro. And as you can see, this is the original device, the NIRA Precision. And the difference, if you can see it there, is in the head size of the device. This one really does a great job in focusing the laser in tight to reach treatment areas. And I've used it with great result on my nasolabial folds and my marionette line. It has done a lot to soften them over the years. The new NIRA Pro has a much larger treatment head that you can see right here. Uses the same FDA cleared at-home laser technology with a larger treatment area. What this does is it allows a much quicker treatment over a wider range of skin, or more area, more square footage, more acreage. This is also great to use on your neck, on your chest, and on the backs of your hands. I just found that out because I actually read the website. Anyway, I'm thrilled to hear that. I had been using it on my neck. I didn't realize or didn't even think about moving it down to my chest and onto the backs of my hands. I'm definitely going to be doing that in the future. I had some questions about actually how do you use it. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your face is clean and dry. What I do is I use this in the morning, and you definitely can use it twice a day, morning and evening. I just do the morning. If you're a morning and evening girl, good on you. You're going to get quicker, faster results that way. I use mine in the morning, and what I'll do is I'll just clean my face off, make sure all my skincare from the night before is off my face. I'll make sure that my skin is dry, and then I'll start in with the NIRA. One of the reasons that this is so much quicker is not only the larger treatment area, but it is a self-firing laser, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to place it on my skin. Did you hear that placement sound? And then it's going to fire, which it just did on its own. I'm going to move it, hear the placement sound, then it's going to fire on its own. So it's very quick to move from treatment area to treatment area because of that automatic firing. I find it to be extremely handy, and I'm so glad they included that in this new model. The size of this NIRA Pro head is 10 times the size of the Precision model. So you can see why you can do it so much quicker. I find that they're both very, very handy. I'll use this right along my nasolabial folds. I can use this along the same area, and it's going to treat a wider area. This is much more precision. This is larger and faster. If you're going to be using this once or twice a day, what I can say is when I start a new device, an at-home skincare anti-aging device, I'll generally go pretty hard in the beginning because I know getting the treatment rolling in a very significant way is going to give me better, faster results. Once I start seeing results on my skin, I'll usually back off to a few times a week. Right now, I'm still using this almost every morning because it's so quick and it's so easy. I imagine as time goes on, I'll back off to 2 or 3 times a week, which I think for maintenance is plenty. How does the NIRA work? It is a non-ablative, non-fractional at-home laser device. How it works is by gently heating the skin to encourage your skin to create more collagen and elastin. And as we age, one of the things we really want to focus on with our anti-aging skincare routine is replacement of that collagen and elastin because we lose so much over the years. Collagen and elastin production and anything we can do to stimulate that is going to really help to tighten, firm, and smooth out any wrinkles on our skin. It's the loss of collagen and elastin that leads to wrinkles, more of a sunken look, less of a plumper skin, and deep lines. Now, my nasolabial folds and marionette lines were really, really significant when I first started in on my anti-aging skincare routine. They're a lot softer now. I still do have the lines, but it's not the deep folds that I had in the very beginning. What has happened is that the collagen and elastin around that area has built up over the months and years to give me a smoother look in that area. And that's what we're doing when we're looking to increase collagen and elastin production. Generally, anything that's going to disrupt that area very gently is going to stimulate that collagen and elastin growth, and that's what the NIRA does. Non-fractional laser technology like the NIRA has been shown to soften wrinkles, tighten skin, even skin tone, lift hooded eyes, brighten dark spots, and improve acne scarring. So a laser like the NIRA really has a lot of applications because it can do so much for the skin. When you're looking at skin, one of the things that I really focus on is making sure that that skin is turning over. And using a device like that is really going to encourage that new growth and turnover of your skin. I have really loved using the new NIRA Pro. It is so easy, so quick, and I feel like I'm covering a lot of area very, very quickly in the mornings, so I'm not spending a whole lot of time getting that treatment, and it's pretty doggone quick. One thing that I have done is in the evenings when I'm watching a YouTube video or listening to a book on tape, I will take the NIRA Pro, make sure my neck is really clean and dry, and I'll treat my neck area. You guys know I've been whining about my neck for the last several months, but because that's a larger area and I really want to treat it very, very comprehensively, I will just sit down and run the NIRA Pro along my neck and take my time doing it. I'm also going to be doing the same thing on my chest. Now my chest right now, because it's spread open or it's not crinkled in, doesn't look like I have any wrinkles on it. But if I go like this, you can see that that skin is older skin and it will wrinkle up. I would like to soften that a little bit, and I'm going to be using the NIRA Pro to do that. In addition, the backs of my hands, they're pretty good, but they don't look like they looked when I was in my 40s or 50s. I'm going to go ahead and use the NIRA Pro on the backs of my hands because it's super quick and super easy, and it's an area that I can get done pretty doggone quickly and get good results over time. So that's my synopsis of the difference between the NIRA Precision and the NIRA Pro. I am appreciative that they took their time coming out with a new model and added some features that I think really make it a standout in the NIRA line. I use both of these. This one probably a little bit more because it's newer and I really am enjoying it. And again, you can use it on your face, your neck, your chest, and the backs of your hands. And I'm telling you what, it's pretty doggone quick and I'm loving that. I do have a discount code for both the NIRA, the Precision, and the Pro. It's listed in the description box down below. In addition, you can find lots of answers over on the NIRASkin.com website, and they have some great before and after pictures if you want to see the kind of results that others have gotten by using the NIRA line of products. I want to thank NIRA again for sponsoring this portion of the video. It's been fun working with you and I'm loving my new NIRA Pro. There's Lucy behind me. I want to talk about comments. I get a lot of comments. You guys know that. And about 99.9% of them are really lovely. They're either sweet and kind, or they're interesting, or they're funny, or they're helpful. I learn a lot from you guys in the comments, so keep those coming. What I want to talk about now is a comment that I got that was not nice, was kind of nasty, and I thought, you know what? She's right. If it was a she. I did not keep the comment, so I'll talk about it from my memory of what the comment said. And pretty much the context was, I know a lot of women, 66 years old, that look a heck of a lot better than you do. And you know what I thought when I read that? I thought, yeah, she's right. And simultaneously, when I thought, yeah, she's right, I thought, you're missing the entire point. And that's what I want to talk about today. And if you're struggling with your skincare, or if you're just starting with your skincare, I really want to encourage you by talking about this. When I started my channel, I was 62 years old. I'm pretty sure I was 62. It was about 4 years ago. I'm 66 now. I had gone through a really tough time. And I'll tell you what, you guys, I was winning on no level, 0 levels. Not personally, not emotionally, not professionally, nothing. I had been kicked so hard and I was so down that I'll tell you the bottom looked like up to me. That's where I was at. In the middle of that deep, dark hole I was in, I looked in the mirror and I was shocked. And you guys have heard this story probably if you've been watching my channel for a while. I looked like a woman who was beaten. I really did. And I looked at myself and of course I thought I still looked 35 or 40 or 45. Well, I clearly did not. My skin was terrible. The texture was terrible. The color was terrible. I looked sad. It was kind of like a little wake up moment for me. And I had a thought that I'm going to either sink or swim. And then my next thought was I'm going to need a project that I can get behind, that I could get interested in. That was something that I thought was interesting and far-reaching, that I could really get involved in, to kind of pull myself out of where I was at. And the next thought I had is, I wonder if I can fix my skin. Now, not only had I had a terrible blow, but that was on top of an entire life where I did not take care of my skin. Truly, I did not. I knew nothing about skincare. I knew a little bit about makeup, just enough to get myself together to go out professionally or to go somewhere out to dinner or something like that. I really didn't understand much about this whole arena at all. But I did understand an interesting challenge, and that was, I wonder if I can fix my skin or if it's just too late. And it was coupled with the thought of, I wonder if you get to a point in your life where it's just too late to fix your skin. Your body just doesn't have what it needs in order to repair your skin, to make it look brighter, fresher, firmer, whatever it is we want when we want to fix our skin. So I thought, okay, this could be a good project. And then I thought, I want to have some criteria, because you know what? If you have enough money, you can get about anything you want in life. You can get a plastic surgeon, you can get all this med spa stuff. I wanted to make sure that whatever I did, if it worked, that it was available for almost anyone. In other words, I didn't want price to be a barrier, because clearly anybody could go out to a plastic surgeon, pay a lot of money, get a whole new face, yada yada, we know that. But what about if you don't want to spend all that money? What about if you want to do it at home? So I made the criteria that it had to be as affordable as possible, and it had to be all at home. And that's what I did, and I launched it. The reason that I want to talk with you guys about this today is what I found out along the way. And I think we've all seen what has happened along the way. We're not talking about my skin. We're not talking about me being a better looking 66-year-old than everybody else on the planet. That's not the point at all. The point was, can you repair your skin at 62, 63, 64? What age are you too old to do that? And if you can do that, how do you do that? That was really the interesting question and the interesting challenge for me. What can our body do at this age to really repair skin? I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't know if I would see minimal results. I didn't know anything about the journey because I hadn't gone on it yet. But I did start in, and I started educating myself and testing and trying all these different products and devices and processes and this and that. And of course, what we have found out along the way is that you really can do a lot to improve your skin. And not only improve your skin, but improve your health overall. And I think that's what I've learned in this whole journey. And I hope that you've learned that along with me, that getting healthier can happen at any age. Look at Lucy. I think she's trying to take a nap and I keep talking. So while this woman was very correct, I think it was a woman, might have been a man, I don't know, probably a woman. While this person was very correct about, I don't look better than any 66-year-old on the planet, I probably look about average. But the point is that my skin looks so much better than it did when I very first started. It's brighter, it's fresher, it's plumper, it's smoother. Everything about my skin and probably my body in general is so much better than it was because I implemented processes, products, devices, habits that have made me overall healthier. And the bottom line is that I have just gotten healthier over the years. I've changed my diet. I've changed my skincare routine. I've added a lot of good products in, very affordable. I've added in some at-home devices that have been very effective. I eat cleaner now. I take lots of supplements. There's just a lot that I have done that has made such a big difference in how my skin appears. What I want to leave you with, if you're confused about skincare, if you're not happy with your skin, if you're just getting started on an anti-aging skincare program, is that it really can change. You really can make a difference in your skin. And the cool thing is that you just end up getting healthier and feeling better, looking better, and the world just looks a lot better when you feel better too. So there's lots and lots of encouragement from me to you. If you're starting, if you're frustrated, if you're in the middle of it and you're not sure you're seeing results, really wonderful things can happen by just being consistent over time. Here is another trick that I want to make sure that I share with you because I have fallen for it myself. If you're just beginning your skincare program, or if you're halfway through, or wherever you're at, take some pictures. Take some good pictures of your skin, because the changes happen so slowly and so subtly that you can go 6 months, make dramatic improvements in your skin, and you'll think nothing's happened, because nothing big happened overnight. It just happened a little bit at a time. I have fallen into this trap over and over and over again, thinking that something's not getting better when in fact it is. Taking those pictures and being able to look back at those pictures is really, really important. And here's another trick. Take video as well, talking in the video. The reason you want to talk is you just want to see how your skin moves on your face, because that tells us a lot about the plumpness and elasticity of skin when you're moving your face, when you're talking, when you're gesturing. So flat photos can tell you one thing, but a video can tell you something entirely different. And of course, if you want to see the difference in my skin, just go over to my channel and look at some old videos. You'll be able to see a tremendous difference. And again, it's not my skin that we're talking about here. We're just talking about skin and bodies as a whole. It's never too late to get healthier. It's never too late to improve your skin. It's never too late to improve your fitness level. All of these things are very, very responsive if you do the right things and start moving in a more healthful direction. So while I don't look as good as a lot of 66-year-olds out there, I know that. I'm clear on that. I can tell you I look a whole lot better than I used to, and it's just the results of getting healthier. I just got back from the gym, so I'm looking a little casual right now. But I wanted to talk with you guys about the meat that I order online. I had so many of you ask me what companies I order my grass-fed, grass-finished beef and my pasture-raised chicken from. I really had so many people ask me, and people sent me emails and comments and this and that. I thought we'd talk about it a little bit. Before we start in, I do want to let you know that I'm not an expert on this topic at all, nor have I shopped around and tried all the different companies. And once you kind of get into this space of these heritage raised meats, you're going to find out that there's a lot of companies out there doing it, which is great for us, because that means we have lots and lots of choices now for really good beef and chicken. I have found a few companies for the last several years. I think I've been ordering this type of meat about 3 years now. And there's a few companies that I keep going back to because I'm just really happy with them. We're going to talk about them today and also talk about how they do it. Like, how do they send this meat to you, and how do you choose what you're going to get, and do I like it? That sort of thing. The first company I want to talk about is called Cook's Venture, and this is one of their packages right here. Now, I am not affiliated with any of these companies. They have no idea who I am, and I don't have a discount code for any of them. These are just products that I use in my home that I eat myself. If I do ever get a discount code from one of these companies, I'll definitely let you know. But for right now, I'm just sharing the companies that really have worked for me and that I like a lot. And Dex just jumped up here on the counter, so you might be seeing his tail go by in the frame. The company that I have probably used more than any other is called Cook's Venture. Cook's Venture is primarily a chicken company. In other words, chicken is maybe 80% of their inventory. They do have some beef, and their beef seems to rotate in and out depending on what they have. One thing that I have noticed about these companies is that because they're smaller and they source from family-owned farms that raise pasture-raised meats, and a lot of them are regenerative as well, we're not looking at these incredibly huge farmyards words, where all the animals are packed in together. It's a smaller operation, so a lot of times the inventory changes in and out. With Cook's Venture, they pretty much always have all the chicken that I'm looking for. In other words, the cuts and the pieces that I'm looking for. The beef seems to come in and out, and I think they even do have pork from time to time. Here's Dex up on the counter. If you want to know if my cat gets on the kitchen counter, I guess I'm outed. Yeah, he does. Cook's Venture, I've been using them probably 3 years now. I've been very, very happy with them. How it works is you will go on the Cook's Venture website and they have a couple of different packages. I think it's a small box and a large box. I always get the small box because I'm one person and it takes me a while to get my way through a small box. So you choose whichever box that you want, and then you're directed to a page that will show you how that box is put together. If there are some things in that box, let's say there's chicken legs and ground chicken and boneless chicken thighs and chicken breasts, if there's something in that box that you don't want, you can swap it out for something that's more to your taste. So all the companies that I've worked with, they're very, very flexible as far as what you order and what you end up getting. I have been so happy with Cook's Venture. What they'll do is once you have got your box up, the size, small or large, I'll go through and I'll pick all the different cuts that I want. Sometimes it's all chicken, sometimes I add some pork or beef if they have something that looks good to me, and then you go ahead and click order, you pay for your order, and what they do then is that they ship it to you in a big box with dry ice. So generally it will come to you and it's still all frozen. From time to time I've had them arrive where it's not quite as frozen as it could be, simply because I have been living in hotter climates. What I'll do is I'll just get them into the freezer as quickly as possible, and they do let you know when it's going to be arriving so you can really count on being around or being aware that your meat is being delivered that day. With Cook's Venture, and I have 3 of their products here, and I'll talk about each of them. I've been really, really happy. The price is good. The interface on the web is good. They're always very efficient, very professional. I mean, it really is a lovely, lovely company. Now, this is a package of boneless, skinless chicken breast. So in your order, this is one of the things that you can choose. And I think that one order comes with 2 chicken breasts or something like that. You'll notice if you go onto the website, you'll catch on pretty quickly how they package it up. Now look at this chicken breast. This is huge. There's a lot of chicken breast in this package of chicken breast. This is 3 meals for me, one of these packages of chicken breast. Maybe I will poach part of it and use it for a chicken salad, and then I'll grill part of it and use it, you know, with a little sauce on it. There's just a lot of chicken in this package, and you'll be surprised when you open it up. It just, like it's a clown car. It just keeps on coming and coming and coming. So one of these packages, even though it says chicken breast, singular, not plural, there's a ton of chicken in here. And again, this is 3 meals for me. So when I get one of these, I know I've got a whole lot of meals in this one little package. Next up is something that I haven't really ordered in the past in my life, but I'm loving it now, and that is ground chicken. And what I use the ground chicken for is I make Asian lettuce wraps, which are so good. They're really low in carbs, very flavorful and delicious. So I will cook up a package of ground chicken, season it with the Asian seasonings, get some Bib lettuce, generally from the Villages Grown, because they do it hydroponically, and the lettuce is really tender and really easy to fold, and I'll make my chicken wraps that way. This package of chicken, of course, is 1 pound, and I will maybe eat 1/3 of it in a sitting, so I'll end up with 3 meals out of one of these ground chicken breast packages. The last thing I want to show you is chicken sausage, and they have a few flavors of this at Cook's Venture. This particular one is New Mexico Hatch chili and cheddar chicken sausage. I will use these for when I have a breakfast meal, whether I'm having breakfast in the morning or breakfast for dinner. I'll have some bacon, some eggs, some fried eggs, and then one of these, and maybe a little piece of flourless bread. I get sprouted grain bread from the store. If I don't have bacon, then I'll just have the sausage and the eggs. Plenty of protein in a meal. These are really delicious, and there's 4 in one of these packages, just like you see in the grocery store. Very, very nice because I know it's hormone-free, antibiotic-free, it's raised sustainably, small family farms. I feel really good about what are in these chicken sausages. Another thing that I get from Cook's Venture, and I get this from a few of the companies that I work with, is bacon. I love bacon. Does anybody not love bacon? I love bacon. I generally eat bacon maybe once every week, week and a half. I'll cook up a pound of bacon, and then I'll have bacon with fried eggs and maybe some toast as a meal, high protein meal throughout the day. One of the reasons that I love getting the bacon is that I save the bacon fat, and I use that for cooking. I don't use seed oils in my diet at all anymore. I don't have them in my house. I don't want them in my house. And bacon fat is really good for high fat cooking. In other words, when I cook a steak, sometimes I'll put a little bit of bacon fat, sometimes, mostly all the time, a little bit of bacon fat in the pan while it's heating up, and that's what I fry my steak in. And any frying or high heat frying that I do around the house, I use the bacon fat from that bacon that I've ordered. Now, this is slow growth pork, raised outdoors, no antibiotics, uncured bacon. It's delicious. It doesn't have all the chemicals of a lot of the bacons that you see in the store, so it's a much healthier alternative for bacon. The next company I want to talk about is a company that is newer to me, and it's called Moink, and that stands for Moo plus Oink. And they are primarily a beef and pork company, and I haven't really looked to see if there's chicken on their website as well. My guess is that they do have it on there as well. I ordered this because I was influenced. I was watching a YouTube video and it was sponsored by Moink. I went ahead and placed an order, and I've been really, really happy with them. Primarily beef. And what I will do is I will simply fill the shelf, the beef shelf in the freezer up with whatever my order is, and then that's the meat that I use for the next month, month and a half. Most of these companies have an automatic reorder plan. However, because I'm just one person, I will delay the order sometimes 2 or 3 months because I haven't worked my way through my last order yet. So they're very, very flexible in how often they send you, and my experience is that they're very good about keeping you in the loop, letting you know when your order is going to be packed, giving you plenty of opportunity to change out your order for some different items, or even delaying that order for a month or 6 weeks because you're not ready for it yet. And that definitely happens for me. It's rare for me to have finished my last package of meat before the next package ships out. So I'm generally pushing it off at least a month or 2. With an order like this or a piece of meat like this, and let me see what this is. This is a beef strip steak from Moink. This will be 2 meals for me. So I will cook this steak up and I'll eat half of it for a dinner meal or a main meal, and then the second half I'll put aside, cut it into strips, and then use it for a main meal in a couple of days. So this is generally 2 meals for me. So you can see why the meals last so much longer in my world, because I want to get that protein into my diet, but I don't want to stuff myself. Moink has been a nice experience for me. I want to talk about one more company right now that I've used quite a lot and I like very much. Unfortunately, I don't have any of their meats here in my freezer. I ate it all and then I ordered the Moink. It's a company called Wild Pastures, and I've been ordering from Wild Pastures for quite a while, and they have the full range of chicken, beef, and pork. I like Wild Pastures very much. Their pricing is very good. They're very transparent about how they source their meat, how the meat is raised, how it's packaged. No antibiotics, none of the stuff that you don't want in your meat. You just want clean beef, pork or chicken, and they explain all of that in the website. So Wild Pastures, although I don't have them here, along with Cook's Venture, the chicken company, Cook's Venture and Wild Pastures are the ones pretty much that I've been using mostly in the last 3 years. And then Moink is a new company for me. I'm trying them out and I'm liking them very much. I will have all 3 of these companies listed in the description box down below. Like I said, I don't have any discount codes. They don't know who I am. This is just what I use in my personal life. If I ever do get a discount code from any of them, I will definitely let you guys know. But I can tell you that my experience with all 3 of these companies have been good. Not only the ordering process and delivery process, but the meat itself has been delicious. So that's how I get my organic, hormone-free, antibiotic-free meat in my diet that I really do love having. My daughter's birthday is coming up, and while I did get her a very big gift a few months back, I wanted her to have it early. I'd like to get a few little things just to send her in a little box, you know, a little goodie box with sweet things in it. And to do that, I am going to go to one of the most popular shops in my neighborhood. It's called KB Home and Garden. It is the sweetest gift shop. And they have a little garden center out back as well. It is so popular with the women in my neighborhood and the women that I know. And I'll tell you, it's happened more than a few times that a group of girls have been out for lunch or something and someone will mention, let's go by KB Home and just walk around. It's one of those shops that are so well merchandised that you want everything in there. And just walking around in the shop. So I thought I would take you guys with me to look around. For Heather, my daughter, whose birthday is coming up, I'm just looking for some little cute things, maybe some candles, maybe a little something for her home. I'm not really sure, but let's go on inside and check it out. I actually think these hanging lights are really cute. I haven't been to Heather's new place, and she's kind of in Central California, but I think it's pretty rustic and kind of outdoorsy. They have a big outdoor area that they're working on, and I thought those lights were kind of casual and, I don't know, just more her style. I like this little oil and vinegar set. I think it would look cute on the countertop with that wood base. To be honest, I just about love everything in here. I could walk around in here for a long time. So I found two things. One is this little flower pot mug. It says "You are loved," and look at that, it's got a little shovel. Isn't that cute? She's kind of a plant person like me. And then this is a really neat hanging light. It's actually powered by a battery, but you can hang it anywhere. And I just thought that was a really cool shape. So that's what I'm going to throw in her little birthday box with some other things that I picked up earlier. This morning, I poached up a packet of the Cook's Venture chicken breasts, and you can see them here. I actually poached them in some chicken broth from Kettle and Fire. So it really just adds more nutrients to the whole meal. And then I can package up that chicken broth and either freeze it or put it in the refrigerator and use it for some type of soup or to poach another item in. It's just really a good nutrient-rich base for a lot of dishes. I'm going to take one of those pieces of chicken breast and make a chicken salad. I'm probably going to throw some nuts in there, a little salt and pepper, and a good mayonnaise made with olive oil, not with seed oil. And I'm going to pair that with a salad of diced avocado and sliced cherry tomatoes and just toss that with some olive oil and vinegar. I'm actually really looking forward to it because I'm starving. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon and it's time for me to eat. So that's what I'm doing. So that's next up on the agenda for me. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this video fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. Make it a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.